first up is the Italian Michele Frangilli, a man who's known as Gilo and has been competing, well, since 1986. Made his national team in 1990. 31 years old now. And there's his opponent, Baljinima Tsyrempilov.
Representing Italy, past world champion, Michele Frangilli.
There we go, Frangilli gets a lot of support here. A man who's won almost everything. First came to prominence in the 96 Olympics. First place in Varese, in his home country of Italy, of course. It's the Russian who has dominated the season. He will get us underway with a 10, and that's why he's dominated the season. He's beaten 3 out of 4 opponents here in Dubai. He did lose, though, in Varese to Frangilli, 109 to 107. But that's a bad start for the Italian, who's already 2 points down. Wind is getting up. His commentary position, having to batten down the hatches here a little bit. The Russian with an 8 there, which may even it up a little bit. Bit of noise from the restaurants around here. Not much you can do about that. And a 10. So we're all even after 2 arrows. 18 points apiece. He's a big presence around these championships. The World Cup Finals 2007. Another 10 from Tsyrempilov. It's another 10. Well, this is going to be a good game, isn't it? These two look as cool as cucumbers, don't they? And they look like they've got the temperament to go all the way. Will we have yet another tie break? We've seen a lot of them so far in these semi-finals. All the compound games went to tie breaks. No doubting who Frangilli is representing here. This is an individual event, of course, but the in the warm-ups, in the heats, there have been team events as well. In fact, it's going to be the Russian to start this second set of arrows underway with a 9. That's enough to keep the pressure on Frangilli. These two tied after the first 3 arrows, of course. Taking his time. Oh dear. 8 or a 7. We'll have to wait for the judges. Looking behind me at some of the technical staff. Slight shrug of the shoulders. We'll have to. That's a 10. There's no doubt about that. Is that one a 9 or an 8? That's the big question. Possibly a 9. It's been given as an 8 with a question mark, so it's 46 plays 46 at the moment. That one definitely a 9 for the Russian Tsyrempilov. Now Frangilli with his 6th arrow to take us to the halfway mark, and it is a 10. And it's a 1-point lead. We'll have to check the scores officially. He's down as an 8, 10 and 10. Is it an 8 or is it a 9, the first arrow for that man's opponents, for Frangilli? I think we have to read it as a 1-point advantage for the Italian. It is getting warm here at the Madinat, has to be said.
And it is 57 for Michele Frangilli.
Confirmed 57 for the Italian. And 55 for the Russian, Tsyrempilov. The hooter goes. We're underway again in the second phase of this semi-final match. It's the Russian who will start again. Just missing the 10. Nine. They're getting into their stride here. You do see a little more variation in scores with the recurve. Not so many A's for them, but when you get a 10, it certainly feels good, that's for sure. Here's the Italian, the man who's done everything in his career, and he's still doing it. Can he win here? Well, there's a 10. That's pretty good. A man who scored a first in Italy, a man who averages 106 3/4 points. 10 from the Russian, laying down the gauntlet for Frangilli. A man who looks as cool as a cucumber in this Dubai heat. Oh, that is just 6, and that could really punish him. Yes, he's thrown away the lead, 83 to 82, dependent on the judges just checking those scores. That really has turned it around for the Italian, who's talking to his coach, Vittorio Frangilli. Very many of these coaches have fathers as coaches or partners as coaches, and that's a case in point. Dad shaking his head as he steps back and lets his son come up. It also means that he'll have to take the first arrow as well. Already the 20 seconds counting down for the Italian. What happened there? Went into the black. 4 points. Another poor shot. Now that's something Frangilli doesn't do very often. Shrug of the shoulders. There may well be a problem with his bow. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But the Russian really sticking home the advantage with the 10. Let's see what happens here. Is it a problem with the bow? Just about a 9. A big shake of the head. And all of a sudden, from being in the lead, he is trailing badly. Tsyrempilov just a point behind with an arrow in hand. So make that 8 points ahead with just 1 arrow to go. And that malfunction really has cost the Italian a place in the final. What happened there? Well, surely Tsyrempilov can just see this one home. He needs 2 points. It should be easy enough. And it's a 10 as well. What a way to finish, and what a way to take victory. So we have a Mexican-Russian final. Alan Wills and Michele Frangilli will compete in the bronze playoff, and that just about completes the semi-finals. It's been compelling, and I think I can probably guarantee that the finals will be even more exciting. So we hope to see you in just a short while's time.